that on tape? That's how I'll be remembered.
I just thought we should get you back.
Well,
Princess Diana dead.
Oh, she died.
Where's the remote?
Oh my God.
Oh,
She didn't make it.
oh.
my God.
Just use the volume.
On the eve of Princess Diana's funeral, the royal family is returning to London, hoping in perhaps to quell some of the criticism of their actions since Diana's death.
The Queen's convoy arrived in London. As it swept up to Buckingham Palace, the limousine halted at the gates, and the Queen and Prince Philip got out to take in the mass of floral...
What made the world lose a woman, known as the Queen of Hearts, in a dark, misty tunnel? Was it just an accident? Or something far more calculated, buried beneath layers of silence? Today, we're taking you straight into one of the most mysterious events of the 20th century, where truth and rumor collide and questions refuse to die. August 30th, 1997, 2:20 a.m. Princess Diana steps into a black Mercedes, escorted by 6 motorcycles. Within seconds, everything changes. But here's the thing. Why wasn't her seatbelt fastened?
What's this? Oh my God, Dodie!
Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll see this deadly tunnel from a very different angle. Diana Frances Spencer, the third daughter of Baron Spencer, was born in 1961 in Notting Hill, London. She grew up surrounded by aristocratic walls, but she always felt a deep longing for something more, something real. In 1981, at the age of just 20, the announcement of her engagement to Prince Charles stunned the world. Overnight, Diana went from a shy, soft-spoken girl to the Queen of Hearts. The wedding at St. Paul's Cathedral was grand and glamorous, but behind the curtain, there were tensions, exposed affairs, and a media circus that never slept. Diana fought alone to hold up the image of the perfect royal wife. In 1996, the divorce was finalized, marking the first time in 300 years a British prince had officially separated from his wife.
Announced from Buckingham Palace that with regret, the Prince and Princess of Wales have decided to separate. Their Royal Highnesses have no plans to divorce, and their constitutional positions are unaffected. This decision has been reached amicably, and they will both to continue to participate fully in the upbringing of their children.
But Diana didn't vanish. She transformed from a castaway of the royal family to a fearless humanitarian icon. She reached out and touched AIDS patients when fear and stigma still ruled the world. She knelt in Cambodia in front of landmines, risking herself to open the world's eyes. Her popularity soared far beyond the palace walls. Diana had become the voice of the unheard.
Please like this video and subscribe the channel.
within the briefing room where you're gathered. How did you find out who told you?
I was told. I had to step out because it's still going on. We were told by a hospital employee making a public statement, and now the French Interior Minister, Jean-Pierre Chevènement, is speaking and expressing his condolences. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Now, I'm going to have to go back in the briefing room, and I cannot speak up. They don't have the microphones turned on, so nobody can hear terribly well what's being said if I'm speaking to you. But
all right, Christopher.
It is confirmed that she's dead. She succumbed to massive internal injuries.
The news breaks. Diana is dead. Shockwaves ripple across the planet. Paris police issue a report. The car was traveling over 100 kilometers per hour. The driver, Henri Paul, was intoxicated. None of the passengers had fastened their seatbelts, but soon, things stop adding up. The autopsy revealed internal injuries that didn't fully match a typical crash profile.
And look, here's a slip road on the side from where vehicles are joining the main road. There's a lot going on. The 30 miles per hour speed limit is there for a reason. The Mercedes continues towards the Alma underpass, moving at around 70 miles per hour in between the two lanes. Suddenly, Henri notices a small white car slowly merging into the right lane from the slip road. The distance between the two vehicles decreases rapidly. Henri steers to the left aggressively to avoid the collision. Even though his reactions are impaired, he's doing the best he can at this point. As the result of oversteering at a high speed, and upon entering the decline, the Mercedes starts zigzagging and makes contact with the white car, breaking its taillight. The Mercedes flies past the white car as Henri's still trying to regain control, but he doesn't have enough time and space. In a split second,
The paparazzi's positioning. Why were they already aiming their cameras at the tunnel minutes before the crash? Eyewitnesses claim they heard a loud bang, more like an explosion than a collision. And then came the theories. Tampered brakes? Was the hydraulic pressure intentionally reduced? Tunnel blackout? Some claim the lights were briefly turned off, disorienting the driver. CIA or MI6 plot? Whispers suggest Western agencies feared Diana's political associations and her growing influence. Inconsistent timestamps. Different sources reported different times of the crash. Was someone manipulating the clock?
Last Sunday's dreadful news. We have seen throughout Britain and around the world an overwhelming expression of sadness at Diana's death. So what I say to you now, as your queen and as a grandmother, I say from my heart. First, I want to pay tribute to Diana myself. She was an exceptional and gifted human being. In good times and bad, she never lost her capacity to smile and laugh, nor to inspire others with her warmth.
Queen Elizabeth broke royal protocol with a rare national address. Over 500,000 flowers were laid outside Kensington Palace. The media, 24/7 coverage. Some pushing wild conspiracy theories, others demanding an independent investigation. But one thing was clear. Diana was no longer just a royal. She had become a movement. Her fearless fashion choices, her warmth toward the public, her devotion to the forgotten. Even in death, she was changing things. After the tragedy, a global conversation began about paparazzi ethics. Her bold sense of style remains one of the most imitated in modern fashion history. Princess Diana's life was short, but unforgettable. She knew love, she endured relentless public pressure, and she died in a way that still leaves behind more questions than answers. So, what do you think? Was it just a tragic accident, or something far darker, lurking in the shadows? Let us know in the comments. And if you want us to dive deeper into the theories surrounding Diana's death, don't forget to like and subscribe, because sometimes the real story hides just beyond the flash of the cameras.
Thanks for staying with us.
you'll ever be Queen?
No, I don't. No.
Why do you think that?
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts. But I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into. Because they've decided that I'm a non-starter.
Why do you think they've decided that?
Because I do things differently. Because I don't go by a rule book. Because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that. But someone's got to go out there and love people and show it.